Good morning, millennials.
Good morning, millennials. It just feels so good to be back, refreshed, relaxed, renewed, rejuvenation by Ramona Singer. It's just...
True renewal?
True renewal, whatever it was. Remember when she was on a rejuvenation?
Yes.
And she was in the boat, in the white bikini and sticking
with
her belly out?
Boobs? Yes.
She always sticks her belly out when she walks.
I mean, it's a look.
It's a look. And she looks great, so maybe that's what we have to do.
Stick our bellies out?
And then at 60, we'll look like 25.
Perhaps we'll give it a shot.
I'm a 25-year-old who looks like a 60-year-old, and then maybe when I'm 60, I'll look 25.
I'm a 25-year-old who feels like a 60-year-old.
Wow, that's old. I feel like an 80-year-old.
Really?
I mean, especially because yesterday I walked.
And yesterday was the most treacherous day of life. It's crazy that today's not Monday. It's actually Thursday. It's only been one day since I was last sitting here, but we have yet to see you since your trip. Elevator pitch, how was it?
Oh, it was great. Last minute, you guys know, last week I was all turned up about where I should go.
Right.
And obviously the weather ended up being fine in Puerto Rico. But
Did it?
I think. I didn't really check, but I didn't hear anything about it, so I'm sure it was fine. I just really wanted to experience something new, and I've never been to Cancun. I've only been to Mexico once, and it was a year ago. With Gwyneth Paltrow. But this year, I went to a different part. And when I went with Gwyneth Paltrow, it was a one-stop flight. And honestly, I love Gwyneth Paltrow, but even she's not worth a one-stop flight in Mexico with a layover in Mexico City. So this was better. It was a direct flight, JetBlue, empty flight. Empty flight. There was a seat between me and Ben, the dream. And it was just lovely. I had a really relaxing time. I only got drunk for 2 of the 4 nights that I was there, and I really felt relaxed the other 2 nights. And it was just lovely. There was not one person at the hotel. It was obviously off-peak, but it was off-peak. And me and Ben were the only people.
That's so nice. That's the dream.
There was this other group of 4 that me and Ben were fully convinced were swingers. But our hotel was next to the hotel called Secrets.
You were telling us that apparently it's a swingers hotel.
I think it's a swingers hotel because their commercials are very suggestive. And they're never going to come right out and say, hey, this is a swingers hotel. But it's adults only. And all the commercials are girls rolling around on the beach, having orgasms.
And if you're a swinger, you'll pick up on the hints.
Right. So
it's a nod to swingers.
It's Morse code. It's swingers, And then, it was amazing and wonderful. But, oh my God, the most crazy thing happened to me at the airport. Did I tell you?
I don't think so.
I had to talk to TBG about this because I need to know if I was in the wrong. Ben was convinced that I was in the wrong. So we landed at 5:35, 20 minutes early, which is great because we literally planned our trip so poorly. It was an hour and a half before the holiday started, Yom Kippur. So we really needed to get home from JFK at rush hour.
Holiday is a misleading word on
because
this
it's
one.
a celebration holiday, but
this is a Tarch
celebration. Yeah, on the Tarcha day. And so we get to the plane. First of all, we got there 20 minutes early. They didn't have anyone get to the jet bridge for 20 minutes. So the 20 minutes I had made up, I just lost again. I was so annoyed. And my bitch ass was the first person off the plane, in the first row, running. And we get to customs, and I was at this magical terminal at JFK called Terminal 5.
You did tell me about this.
Have you ever been to Terminal 5 at JFK?
I don't think so.
As someone who's often been at Terminal 4, getting dropped off at B51, the longest walk ever, I was so excited to land at Terminal 5. So we get to, me and Ben are being crazy, we're running to the machine, we do the little machine, we take the picture, and then they have a big line for US citizens and it's completely empty.
That picture is always the scariest picture. And what's scarier is that if you ever commit a heinous crime,
that's what they'll use.
That's the picture they'll use because that's you don't have a mugshot,
right.
That's your official photo.
So if I get arrested, the picture is gonna be me literally and Ben in the background, literally monitoring it for me. He's go longer, shorter.
No, and if you commit a couple's crime, that picture will really tell
Bonnie and Clyde.
That picture will really tell a tale.
So there's the longest wavy line, but there's nobody in it. So Ben is like an asshole, And I'm fuck this, I gotta go. So I walk underneath like a normal person, and the customs agent goes like this. I honestly thought he was kidding. He was like, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Are you talking to me?" He goes, "Who do you think you are?" I was like, "Girl with no top."
Do you recognize me?
Host of the Morning Toast. He was like, "Who do you think you are?" I thought he was kidding. And I'm I couldn't tell what he was yelling at me for. I'm you couldn't possibly be yelling at me for walking underneath the thing when there's no line.
Yeah.
That's just nonsensical. And he was like, "Go back around." I felt like a two-year-old, in kindergarten getting in trouble. I had to go around, go underneath again, walk around, hang my head in shame. And when I got up there, he's literally still yelling at me, even though he just publicly shamed me. He's like, "What are you doing? You're in such a big rush, you can't wait?" And then, they ask you weird questions where are you from? Where'd you go? What do you do? So he's like, "What do you do?" And I was afraid to answer because I think he might have thought I was being a bitch, because he just yelled at me. Facetious. So he goes, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "I'm a comedian." And he's like, "Okay." And then I got ready. And he's like, "Next time, don't rush." And I was like, "Well, it's a Jewish holiday, so I didn't, we're in a kind of a big rush because we were delayed." and I wanted him to like take me further so I could claim anti-Semitism, but he let it go. Once you say Jewish, you know, people just let you go because we love to complain.
Or they don't.
We love to, oh, that's true. Hitler, on the other hand, he didn't care. And then Ben was like, how dare you talk back to a customs agent? I'm like, what?
No, seriously, like you can't trash talk a customs agent.
Oh my God.
And like if you're in a rush,
customs agent
if
is
you're in
a
a
clerk.
rush,
A clerk.
For sure, but like they have this sense of power, like people at the DMV who make like young girls cry just because they got in the wrong line.
But people at the DMV like don't have any like legal power, like they can't arrest you.
No, but like in that room, they have all the power and they can stop you from getting your permit, which could be really hard for some people.
No, but like it was just, Ben was like,
no, you can't trash talk a customs agent. And here's the thing, like personally, I think I would have done the zigzags just because I'm a rule follower, but I also am a miniature person, so that's my one time in life to shine, is just to tear through them.
but see, here's the thing, Ben was just being, again, facetious, because whenever Ben gets pulled over by the cops, which is literally all the time, he loves to like be like snide, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh my God, are you kidding?
yeah,
You can't.
right.
No.
So I'm always saying to him, I'm like, Ben, are you for real? Like, have respect for the law. And Ben's always like, the police officer's like, you know how fast you were going? He's like, yeah, 35, when he was like literally going 70. So Ben, like, to
Ask him for trouble.
He used my argument against me now. He's like, you can't be rude to customs agent. I'm like, first of all, he was rude to me, and I didn't do anything other than answer his questions.
No, I mean, technically you're in the wrong because like you weren't following the rules, but it's an abuse of power, and I won't stand for that.
Speaking of abuse of power, have you ever gotten a new piece of jewelry or like fashion or shoes, and like it's just completely changed who you are as a person?
And it's like, wow, people think of me differently too now.
Precisely, sister. That's me now, because I like acted surprised, but I did pick it out and like everything with my friend Anna, who works for Stephanie Gottlieb Fine Jewelry, but Ben, you know, handled the finances. And now this ring that I got for my 1 year anniversary, like I am completely like a changed person.
It really, no, okay. As much as technically you would think that a piece of jewelry wouldn't change who you are, like this really does, because now your wedding ring situation like tells a story. It's like not only am I an engaged woman, I'm a married woman. I have a diamond ring on both hands, which means I'm like plotting to be a housewife. That's a housewife hand you've got
I'm
going
now
on.
one step closer to Bethany Frankel, Jackie. We have so much to catch up on, and we have LeeAnne Locken. It's going to be a 90-minute show.
Oh yeah, LeeAnne Locken's here today, you guys. She just knocked on our door.
Yeah,
it's going to
come
be a
and
crazy
knock
show
on
today.
our door.
I hope you guys are free till noon.
Yeah.
We will keep you here till noon.
We can't keep them past 4. What were you saying? Oh, I was saying with this new ring, I'm one step closer to Bethany Frankel, but I am one step closer to Bethany Frankel anyway because like my life changed over the weekend.
Because you're now being strong.
Well, you know, I did want to use my platform for good, which I always do. And I just never know what organizations are reliable these days because everyone is just like sleuthing and stealing money. So like you donate to the Red Cross and it's like you donate $5 and like 10 cents goes to like the actual person who needs it. And it's like so fucked up.
And now I'm watching Billions and all this like venture philanthropy. They literally say how they just like raise money to spend it to keep raising it.
By the way, I'm not out here accusing the Red Cross. I was just using it as an example. I'm sure the Red Cross gives like 90% of their proceeds. But you never know. 90%, 50, whatever. You never know. So I just feel like I've experienced watching like Bethany on the ground just like give literally every dollar.
No, you know where your money's going. You see it on TV.
And I like when you donate, you can literally pick what cause to donate to. So it's like hurricane relief, or when there was multiple hurricanes, you could have picked specific regions. So, you know, being the good Samaritan that I am, I just put it on my Instagram story. And I was going to do it anyway, and I was obviously being like a little thirsty just doing it for like Bethany's. Because I could have done with like, you know, PETA, which I should have, and I'm going to donate.
No, but the philanthropic side of it cancels out the thirsty side.
Right.
So
okay,
now you're just a good person.
I'm not going to lie. Like I was being thirsty, but I also would have done it even if it wasn't for Bethany.
But you're also doing the deed.
Right. And we did raise some money, so whatever. But then she messaged me on Instagram.
And how'd it go?
Oh, and she followed me.
Oh, that's big. So now you have a direct line.
Yeah. And I did abuse it already.
Oh.
Like Harry Styles has followed me on Instagram for years, and I haven't abused the DM because like I'm waiting for the perfect moment. And Bethany, like within the first 5 minutes, I already abused it. I made like a joke and she like didn't respond.
She's busy. It's okay. Maybe she'll get back to you.
It was a pertinent joke.
It's fine. Like.
And you approved it.
I did. No, and it's good.
Okay.
You're just like you'll make your mark.
There's
Don't worry.
Nothing.
Slow and steady wins the race. You're not just gonna overnight have a friendship, but like now you're building up in the DMs. You see her out once, and then you'll see. You'll see.
Okay.
You have to build these things.
That's true.
It's like a home. You have to build a strong foundation.
How was your fast?
My fast I was so nervous about it, which is so weird. I had such
We've been talking about it.
And also, the only thing that was like worse than the fast was all the hype around it. Like I had so much dread. And before the fast started, I had such a pit in my stomach, like thinking I wasn't gonna make it for some reason. And I was actually okay. We had a decent sized dinner on Tuesday night. And when I got home, we played categories for like 5 hours. So we got home around like midnight, and then I watched 2 episodes of Billions and fell asleep.
Do you feel reinvigorated when it comes to games? Because I'm a very game-oriented person. Anytime we take a trip, I always have a deck of cards. I have one in my purse right now.
I like cards.
I love games. I just like can't get enough of games. I just played a new game called Codenames. Oh my God, we're gonna play it next weekend. Just such a great game. I love games. I love Jenga. I love it all. And Jackie fucking hates games. Anytime I bring one out, she literally goes to her room and locks herself in it. Like she hates games. It's so annoying.
I do. And I'll
But
tell
she
you,
was loving
I was loving
categories.
categories, and I've come around. I've come to realize what I do and don't like about them. Same with Broadway shows, where I swore I would never see a Broadway show again after the curious incident of the dog in the night.
I mean, that was traumatizing.
That was traumatizing.
And honestly, it should be illegal.
And I took a 3-year hiatus, but then I realized, because I really wanted to see Book of Mormon for some reason, I saw it. And no, I wanted to see Year of Maroon because you were really like shoving it down my throat, and I saw it.
Waving through a window.
Oh.
Ooh, harmony.
And I saw Dear Evan Hansen, and I really enjoyed it, but it made me realize that I want to see a big production. I want to see the works. The next musical
Lights,
I go
camera.
see, action. Like, I don't want to see anything close to a play. Like, I need every moment of the musical to be, like, the most expensive, like, blockbuster musical. So then I did see Book of Mormon, and it was that. And now I know what I do and don't like about musicals, and I will see the next big thing.
Want the glitz and the glam 42nd Street vibes.
I want fucking 42nd Street. Like, I want tap dancers. I want to hear the sounds of marching feet on the avenue I'm taking you to.
42nd Street. Okay, wait. Also, sorry.
Games.
We're
so
on
now
such a tangent.
Now I realize what I do and don't like about
games.
games. It's that I like categories because it's an equal playing field. We all have the same information, and we have to like answer the same question. It's a really like a true test of knowledge. Whereas we play Trivial Pursuit a lot, which I fucking hate because it's all about luck. And if you get a question that like maybe you heard once on like Downton Abbey, you know. We just got
like 1 in every 10 questions is multiple choice, which is so much easier than a regular question.
So unfair, but still, like, I don't fucking know who won the Wimbledon in 1982, who came in second place even. Like, that's the kind of questions they ask.
Yeah, we weren't even alive, Trivial Pursuit. Also, speaking of productions, I'm like so late to the game because like people have been telling me to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm forever. And like
me being one of them.
Yeah, and I've slowly, like now I'm on season 4, just like over the years I've started watching it, but now I'm like diving in head first because there's a whole season with David Schwimmer. Friends, Ross Geller.
Who does he play?
He goes on Broadway with Larry David in The Producers, and they're the two guys.
Oh, I must have missed this season because Zach was watching it, and I jumped in at a certain point, but I must have missed
Oh my God, Jackie, it's so funny, and it's so weird to see. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've never seen David Schwimmer play anything other than Friends, except for when he played Robert Kardashian, but like he didn't even look like himself, so I don't consider that anything. Like I've never seen, I don't know David Schwimmer, I know Ross Geller. Do you know what I mean? So it's weird to see Ross Geller with like Larry David.
And you know there are a few Curb episodes with Moira.
What?
And she's out of control. It's so funny.
Did you finish the season of Schitt's Creek?
No, I'm waiting for it to be on Netflix.
I bought it on my on iTunes, so like every time I travel, I watch like one episode. It's good. It's like, I feel like now that everyone knows it's funny, like it's less funny. Whereas when we knew about it, like season 1, it was so funny.
It was so funny, but it's still better than nothing, you know? Like the amount of TV shows that I watch like is getting smaller and smaller. So I'm excited about Schitt's Creek on Netflix. I was trying to watch episode by episode like on Pop. It wasn't working. It's a binge show.
Okay. Pop, except now that I switched over to Spectrum because I moved into my new palace, which has a mirror in the kitchen, I think that I might get Pop, which could change my life.
No, I have it. It won't.
Oh, you have Spectrum?
No, on YouTube TV there's Pop.
Oh, and it didn't change your life?
No, I will start recording episodes of Schitt's Creek when it comes back, but it didn't change my life.
Well, I hope my new subscription gets me Fuse Network because they play The Nanny on it, and every time on my old TV I would click it, and it said, sorry, you don't have this channel.
That's how she became
The Nanny. Honestly, justice for Fran Drescher.
Justice for Aviva Drescher, because she was right about having a ghostwriter, and she's
By the
Fran
way,
Drescher's
that is so true.
sister-in-law.
Do you have your gavel over there?
I do.
We're here to serve up some justice.
They got.
Wow, we haven't used it in a while.
Got to clean the dust off.
And also, we need to fix this engraving because it says award-winning co-host for the Morning Breath. So we're here to serve some justice for Aviva Drescher because while she was crazy and didn't necessarily need to throw her leg at LeCirque, she was right about Writer Girl.
She was right about Carol having a ghostwriter, which we found out like in the most innocent way. It wasn't even like a salacious thing. It was
right,
like,
we found out like from a true source in the publishing industry. It's not even, it wasn't she being salacious, she just said it in passing.
Yeah, as fact.
And also justice for Aviva Drescher because she invented the phrase writer girl and like we use it all the time.
And we use it all the time. And like, you know what? If no one was taking me seriously, I might throw a leg down.
Yeah, if I had one to throw.
At LeCirque. Justice has been served.
Consider it served.
Okay, I think that's a good segue into.
Did we wrap up everything we needed to wrap up?
Well, you know, if we didn't, it'll come to us.
Okay.
But we have a long show today, so we can't just get it all out on TSA agents. Without further ado, here are the Fast Five stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
Sorry to the podcasters
LeeAnne
listening.
Locken.
Sorry to the podcasters listening. I'm like squeaking my chair a lot.
Oh, it's okay. The podcasters, like, because Lauren Elizabeth came on the show, I guess it was 2 days ago, feels like a month ago, and she is an avid Toast listener. She's listened to every single episode. She knew every story that we were talking about. Like, she knew everything. And she loves the shift that we made to like more business-centric stories. She was like with Cameron and like her friends, like she knows everything. Because I guess like the guys were talking about how Apple was the only U.S. company to be $1 trillion. She was
Not
like,
true.
Amazon is too now, bitch.
Wait, also.
And she said the podcast audio like is really low sometimes, and we've now corrected it.
Oh my
thanks
God,
to Lauren
Lauren
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
So you're welcome, podcast listeners.
Okay, also, how was Lauren Elizabeth?
She was great.
Did she do a good job? It's hard to find a good co-host these days.
It's hard to find a good co-host these days. She was great. She's such a pro, and like we just like have the exact same interests.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, the only thing like that I talked about was Nashville that she doesn't watch, which I completely understand.
Yeah, nobody does.
Right,
You're
and
the- you're
that's
the only
why
one.
I went from ABC to CMT to 6 feet under.
To DEAD.
Yeah. Okay, first story that popped off yesterday, Maroon 5 is set to perform at the 2019 Super Bowl halftime show.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. It's better than Justin Timberlake, but it's still not my dream realized of J-Lo and Pitbull, which just makes complete sense,
Oh, that is a good one.
right? That's what I've been predicting every year.
Okay, I mean, this just gets me annoyed because I don't really feel like the person who gets picked for the Super Bowl is ever like in their moment. Do you know what I mean? Like, except when they did Bruno Mars, but I really feel like Bruno Mars's moment was like a year later. But like, and it's also annoying because I can't take this seriously because Taylor Swift will never do the halftime show because she is a Diet Coke person and the halftime show is Pepsi. So that's why she put on that show at Houston last year before the Super Bowl. So it's like, I always want it to be Taylor Swift. It's never
For
going to be Taylor
DirecTV,
Swift.
and she has her own DirecTV channel. It's
Yeah.
never going to be Taylor Swift like until she's out of her Pepsi contract.
And even when she's out of her Coke contract, it could be a few years later.
Right. So can't think about that. But here's the thing.
Was this the year of Maroon 5? No.
I don't know. And also, I feel like they were ahead of the curve on Bruno Mars almost. You know, like he hadn't peaked yet. And usually they wait till like someone's over the hill of their career to bring them on.
I mean, yes. I think the one time they really hit the nail on the head in recent history was Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And she recorded 5'2", the documentary, while she was doing it. So like that was just like an epic year for her.
Yeah.
And subsequently, like she didn't fall from grace. Like she's still living her best life. I think that was a great decision. I could have really lived without Justin Timberlake. Like talk about not being in tune with the American people and their needs because I couldn't care less.
Right. Also, they got Katy Perry before her fall from grace.
But like I think they even got Katy Perry before she was as big as she could have been.
No, because they got her right
Because then
after
she cut her hair.
Prism, and then she went into Witness. It's so much better that they got her at that exact
Yes,
time when
that's
she
true.
was like still having hits because no one listened to Witness, and if they had her now, it would be like songs no one ever heard. And they also hit the nail on the head when they did Beyonce like so long ago now at this point, and she's still like peaking every day.
Well, of course. I mean, she's an anomaly. She doesn't count.
Right, and remember when they did Black Eyed Peas? Like that was so sad.
No, it's just like I feel like it's really sad that like there's every year they must be like grasping at straws to do someone they haven't done before.
Right.
Beyonce's now done it twice because she came on with
Coldplay
and Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
So it's like there's so few people who are like you can't lip sync, like you really can't, and you have to dance, you have to deliver like a multimedia kind of show. You got to dance, you got to sing, you got to twerk, you got to do all the things. So there are so few people who are actually good at what they do that like I bet it's hard. It's
I bet
no
it's
easy feat.
hard.
That's why Maroon 5's safe choice.
Very safe choice, but here are some options for the future. I really wonder why Carrie Underwood hasn't done it yet because she is the NFL.
Totally.
Oh, Sunday night.
But because you want to know why? The Super Bowl is so mainstream. It's not even like country football. And she is like the big star of country. And people know who she is in America, but they don't know her songs.
I think that if she did a halftime show, people would realize how many of her songs they actually do know.
I mean, if you stand on the butts, got to beat, stop, clap, got a real good feeling, something bad about to happen.
Her show would be so epic and like just so football. But
Yeah.
whatever, maybe they're saving her. I don't know. Also, I think in a few years' time,
Has Pink done it?
no, she would be amazing.
Yeah, she's perfect for it.
She's
Because she's in her climax, but it's like she's plateauing at her
and
climax.
she has like a catalog of greatest hits.
Totally.
I
Raise your
think one
glass.
day, maybe in like 3 years, Ariana Grande could do it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's so
Pink
young.
sang the national anthem last year.
Right, and
That's
they
why.
usually, like when Lady Gaga sang the national anthem the next year, they want to prove that you can like not, I don't know, maybe they should have Fergie do it.
Who's singing the national anthem? I think they should have you do it.
I think so too. I mean,
The national anthem is really like the most important part to me. Pink, well, we were at the Super Bowl last year, and we will be there this year. So this really like, so I guess I'm going to a Maroon 5 concert, but
not really because it's so made for TV.
Yeah,
but here's the thing.
But at least I'll enjoy it. Like Justin Timberlake, we literally went to the bathroom. Like that was the one.
That was
part
the
of the
worst part of the Super Bowl.
That we didn't.
His back was towards us, and we were in the front. Like we didn't have bed seats. His back was towards us. I couldn't hear anything.
And he was like so busy desecrating Prince's memory that like we just had to take a break.
We had to go to the bar.
We share so much.
I want to say something mildly controversial.
Here for it.
I think that
it only took you 20 minutes.
I think that Girls Like You is like one of the best songs.
Really?
Like I listened to it.
That's not controversial.
And I'm like, damn, this is a bop. And you know what Snitch told me, because she like tells me all my good information. This song came out like a while ago, and nobody cared until they redid it with Cardi B. And that's just like Cardi B bringing new things to life.
I think that they will have someone come on as a cameo, because it's not like Lady Gaga, who's one person who's going to take all this time for herself, and she should. Like, it's 4 people. They're already splitting the spotlight. What's one more?
And by the way, they're hardly splitting the spotlight. There's Adam Levine, and then there's 3 other guys. One of them has long hair.
Is it even 3 other people?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I just feel like bands are always 4 people.
Yeah.
But like, I would put Girls Like You.
Or are they 5? Maroon. 5.
Oh, that would make sense. I would put Girls Like You up there with the Meant to Be's of 2018. It's not the greatest song of all time, but like of the year, it's like I can listen to it, and I'll probably be able to listen to it for another year without getting annoyed, which is really tough for me.
Oh wow, I completely just like it. It's not a song. Like it's a song that plays on the radio that I don't enjoy.
Oh, I mean,
that if it's played enough times, I begin to enjoy, but at its core,
the music
I don't
video.
Enjoy.
Gal Gadot, did you see it?
No.
Oh my God, it's so good. First of all, it's literally just like one screen, and it's Adam Levine, and they just have like famous women who are like killing it. They had fucking Ally Raisman. Like they just
that's cool.
Yeah, and then he ended with like Bahati and the kid. Like it was really cute. I liked the video.
And he's like very in tune with what's necessary and like 2018. Like.
And honestly, not too long ago, I was dancing with Dallas. You know, it's really real life. I let you meet my mama.
Right.
When the red light.
Stop.
I don't play when it comes to my heart.
Nicki Minaj.
I can't. I feel like anytime I talk about Nicki Minaj, I get yelled about it on Twitter, but like, I'm so not here for Nicki Minaj. And people are like, why didn't you talk about the Cardi B Nicki Minaj thing? And like, bitch, we did. It's on our Patreon. You better go to patreon.com. But I'm so done with Nicki Minaj for so many reasons. Like, I read what they say about her in the blinds, and I only take blinds at face value because sometimes they are exaggerations of the truth. But just from what I see as like a consumer, I'm not into her like at all. I think she's a mean girl. I think she starts fights with people and like with organizations, and like I really find her like to be really irritating, and I always get in trouble for saying that. I don't know why. Like her and Normani. Like you know you can't say anything bad about Normani.
I know.
And like, please, she has one song, and we're supposed to say she's an ex-Beyonce. Someone literally said she was an ex-Beyonce, and I was like, excuse me, what? She has one song, and I never even heard it.
That's an insult to Beyonce.
Thank you.
I like Nicki Minaj, but when it comes to Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B, Cardi every time. But I like Nicki Minaj, and I like her music.
I like what Nicki Minaj did for females in the R&B space, but now she's making it like she can be the only woman, which is like, there's room for all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a thought. Because like now
this
has me thinking, because when you said I should sing the national anthem, I've made a decision.
That you are going to go on American Idol.
No. It's so interesting that you say that, because it's actually the opposite.
That you're going to record a demo.
No. I am going to let go of my dream of being a singer.
I thought you already did, and that's why you only sing on this show.
Well, no, I feel like I've always like held out hope for like really like doing the Super Bowl halftime show. And like
You're lying.
But like, I really feel like you can only have so many callings in life. And I feel like I've really found my calling, being a comic. And like, as much as I am a good singer, I'm not like I'm no, Carrie Underwood. I'm no Fergie. Let's just say that. But like, I don't know, I feel like I've always thought that I have like this most amazing voice. And like, I have a great voice, like for singing when I'm like drunk, you know? But like, I'm letting it go.
Okay, you
and
should let it go.
that pains me to say, because like the little girl inside me is like, but wait.
No, but it's like what we always say on the show. It's like not everyone on American Idol, even with a good voice, is meant to be a singer. Like
totally.
Having a good voice is something you are born with at a certain point in life. Like it's not going to happen for you. It's a cool party trick. And like just because I'm a good dancer doesn't mean I should go on World of Dance.
Right, and just because you have like a decent singing voice doesn't mean you should like not provide for your family and like just try and make it as a musician while your kid is like silently suffocating in the room next door. Okay.
And I feel like you are really you use your vocal ability like in your regular life.
Right.
Like you're a comic, you use it on your shows.
No, totally. It's a party trick. Yeah, like
it's a party trick.
I really felt like in my soul and in my heart, like I really thought I was gonna make it, and like I'm letting it go.
I had no clue you felt that way.
No, it's like you know. Just,
I know. So why is someone's child suffocating? Because their parents.
Because
are singing.
that's from a movie. What movie is it from? Well, your baby is silently suffocating in the next room. I think it's from Sex and the City when Miranda yells at Steve for keeping condoms in the baby bag.
Oh, well.
And then the kid falls on his
Just because
head.
you're a starving artist does not mean your child is suffocating.
No, I was making a joke, trying to be culturally relevant. But yeah, I wanted to make an official announcement. I'm letting go.
Okay. But that's not going to stop how much you actually. It'll probably
No,
make
it's
you
not going to
sing
stop
more
how
on the
much I
show.
sing, but like I'm really going to
Oh,
stop.
you did say you were trying to like get someone to scout you on this show. That's why you're going to sing so much.
I was going to use this as a platform. Like, this is what we always say. Like, honestly, I know everyone thinks this is like a little Instagram show, but everyone in the world watches The Toast. And if you ever want anything done, you come on The Toast and you put it out in the universe, and someone who works for some company is going to give it to you. So, like, I'm going to the Ed Sheeran concert this weekend with Margot because I got tickets off my Instagram. Like, you just have to, what do you want?
Ooh.
A Gucci bag, that's what you say.
Oh, I do want a Gucci
I mean,
bag. No,
we're a
that's
little more
stretch.
lowbrow than that. Yeah, I would say more like Michael Kors, you know?
Yeah. Well, I did get a Zach Posen bag, so we're
Works.
somewhere. It's really
yeah, like
cute.
you just have to put it out on the toast. So that's what I was doing with my singing voice. But I'm officially saying, for all the record label executives listening, I'm no longer interested.
Great.
But Jerry Seinfeld,
I have a treat for you because someone is watching who I know you want to speak to. Samantha Wayne.
oh my God,
Samantha Wayne was one of the
I spoke to Samantha Wayne over the weekend.
MVPs
in
of
the
Camp
DMs.
Toast.
No, not one of the.
But Renee.
Yeah, no, there were so many. I mean, Samantha Wayne. I can't even talk about the time we had together because I know too much about you. But I love you, Samantha Wayne, and I really hope you come back to Camp Toast next year.
You have to. If you don't come, we're canceling it.
Yeah.
No pressure or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, next story.
Have we only done one?
Yes, we got to keep it moving.
Okay. It's like
next story.
Leanne's waiting, and Leanne waits for nobody.
Right. Kelly Clarkson talk show picked up by
Except for
NBC
Rick.
stations. Right.
Rich, oh my God.
Right, same thing. Kelly Clarkson is venturing into the daytime talk arena. NBC-owned television station group has picked up the Kelly Clarkson Show from NBC Universal Domestic Television Distribution. Clarkson will host. She and Brandon Blackstock will serve as executive producers. I am so fucking here for
Same.
this. I love her so much. She is so funny. Her hosting abilities at the BBMAs just
Yeah.
prove that she is so cut out for this.
Totally.
And I just love
I mean-
that she's like diversifying her career, even though she doesn't need to, because she's actually one of the voices of our generation, someone who could perform the Super Bowl halftime show,
But doesn't
should
need
perform
to.
the national anthem. And I love you so much, Kelly. I just bought like 4 front row concert tickets to your show in Uniondale.
Yeah,
Why
they were
aren't you
very
performing in New York
expensive,
City?
and then Jackie sent me a Venmo request for it.
I didn't. I'm not that petty, but I just know like they were expensive, so I just need everyone to pay me up front because I know people are going to drop out because no one wants to go to Uniondale, and I just don't want to get stuck with the bill. So pay me now.
Totally, but then if I don't go, it's like on my own loss, and I'll just have to live with that.
Right, but it like
Well-
I'm not taking the hit just because I was proactive and got the pre-sale code
Yeah.
from Toasters. Thank you so much.
I mean, with a name like Kelly Clarkson, if you don't end up working in daytime, I think you're not doing the right thing with your life, and I'm so here for it. And I just find it so interesting, the people, you know what I've been thinking a lot about recently?
Harry Connick Jr.
Close. Rachel Ray.
Close.
Rachel Ray has the most successful daytime television show, and nobody talks about it. She's just quietly cashing those checks while, putting a little Parmesan and everything. She is making so much money, and you wanna know why I thought about her? Because I was home shopping on my Wayfair app, as I do every day, and I saw this vanity. I'm like, oh damn, it's so cute. And then it was $1,200. I'm like, wait, it's not that cute. Who makes it? Rachel Ray. She is the most diverse brand of like home, well, just home, but like food, furniture, lifestyle, television, celebrity.
Totally.
Like, she just kills it, and I just like forgot that her show was on the air because it's just steadily successful. You never
Slow
hear
and steady wins the race, you guys.
you never hear about like her ratings, breaking the glass ceiling, but you never hear about, like
cancellation.
her like Megyn Kelly type ratings. It's like it's just steady. The viewers get what they want, the advertisers get what they want, everyone's happy. Like, I just love her, and I think that Kelly Clarkson could be a Rachel Ray vibe because they both are just like loved by middle America. Like, they're made fun of in the press because like they're just women doing it for themselves, but like they don't care. Like they get the viewership and the hearts of the people who really matter, not us elitists on the East Coast.
I'm the people who really matter. Also, what's interesting about Rachel Ray is her show was on the Food Network, which is part of Scripps, correct? And because she was so successful, she came out with all these like satellite lines and everything. Scripps, like she was the first person to really do that. Scripps didn't know to take a piece of it, and because
Bethany.
of Rachel Ray, everyone in the Scripps family hereafter has a piece of their business like taken by Scripps, which is
That's
why
what happened with
Chip
Bravo.
and Joe
Right.
didn't sign another contract because they want to like have 100%.
Well, that's like Bravo.
Bethany.
Yeah, when they first started Housewives, when Bethany sold for $150 million, they didn't have that little clause. Now they call it the Bethany clause, where everyone who signs up, if you happen to get on the show and make $1 million business, which is never going to happen again, except maybe Erica Jane.
$1 million business you can make.
Okay, so that's like 1 million. Okay, a multi-million-dollar
Yeah.
business. Well, that's 2 million. Okay, like how about 7 figures, 8 figures, an 8-figure dollar business. Except, what do you think about that is around like Erica Jane? Because, like, she's not making a business, but her herself is becoming a business. And, like, she's getting more tickets sold to her shows. Does Bravo get a piece of that?
You know, I think...
Like, she's not coming out with her own makeup line, but she's doing a big collab with Too Faced.
Right. I don't know. I feel like no, because it's, like, messy, but, like, how would they draw the lines there? They don't take a piece of everyone's just life.
Interessante.
So maybe she found a workaround, because she's a smart bitch.
Yeah, just curious. I mean, Tom would not let her sign any document that is not Aaron Brockovich approved.
Right. But Kelly Clarkson is coming to TV.
Perfect.
And honestly, I think it's, like, I was reading somewhere that she's competing with Soaps, which means she'll be on in the afternoon, which is just perfect for me because we're not competing with her. So, like, she can come on our show in the morning and we can go on hers in the afternoon.
And you guys can watch Kelly Clarkson and The Toast, don't worry. I just think I find it very interesting who succeeds in daytime television.
Well, this is still yet to be seen.
No, I know. I'm just saying as, like, a bigger
Yeah.
picture. I'm predicting a wild success here. But, like, okay, Bethany, flop. I could have told you that. She was not nearly as likable back then, and she's too skinny. I'm sorry, you can't be that skinny and have a show on daytime.
Tyra,
Was she successful?
for a little bit.
Okay, I just don't remember.
But, like, if it's over, then it's not a success.
Right, Meredith Vieira. I just feel like not in tune with what the people wanted. I couldn't really have cared less.
Also, Harry Connick Jr., doing okay. Plays at the nail salon.
Got canceled.
No.
Literally, like, as
As I was talking about it
Yeah.
on one day.
No,
I'm
as
like a curse.
Jackie, as, like, some girl reached out, she's like, I'm a producer for Harry Connick. Like, literally, as she was writing the email,
They got
canceled. That's just like us.
But then, like, Ellen, supreme.
But, like, Ellen is revolutionary, and I really feel so stuck about Ellen because I love her. I just think she's so epic, and, like, I just love her show. I think they do such good work, like, with Walmart, and I think her just, like, being as successful as she is, she really was, like, a pioneer for the LGBTQ plus community. But what I know about her, like, her being the biggest bitch of all time and, like, literally being evil and having blood coming out of her eyes, like, I'm torn.
I'm definitely torn, and also, like, rewatching certain interviews, like the one with Mason Ramsey, like, and she was shitting
That was so mean.
She was shitting on his dreams of going to college. Like, you're the problem.
Jackie has a public service announcement about Mason Ramsey.
Oh, I do. Wow.
Jackie put something into text the other day, and, like, I don't think you were meaning to be funny, but, like,
No, I was just trying to make you
Explain.
understand how I felt. So obviously everyone says protect at all costs now, which are just like 4 English words strung together. So we didn't invent them, but we definitely popularized the term. And I remember the first time I said it, and it was while we were in Turks and Caicos. I was drunk on Margot's Snapchat talk. Remember when we were in Turks and Caicos? That's when Famous came out. And I was just like...
What a time.
I was just like on a Mason high, and I was just thinking about Mason all the time, and this song was just so pure and beautiful, and it confirmed everything I thought I knew about him. And that, like, I just wanted to be there for him, and I just wanted him to be protected. And I said on Margot's Snapchat, and I'm drunk, so, like, it really was just my drunk words. I was like, protect Mason Ramsey at all costs. And then from there, that became our thing. And now everyone's like, you know, protect Chris Hemsworth at all costs, even though if he can't protect himself, then the rest of us are so
and
screwed.
he needs no protection. E-News
Right.
protects him
And
enough.
everyone's like, protect this person, protect that person. But no, protect Mason Ramsey because, like, he was just singing at Walmart and went viral and then was thrown into the spotlight, nothing of which he sought out. And now he's like a young boy in the Hollywood machine, and we all know how that turns out. So we're just trying to protect him from all of these forces that he didn't go out seeking. When you're saying, like, protect, like, this young actor,
People
actress,
always say protect young Millie Bobby Brown. Like, she don't need protection.
she, like, sought out a career in acting. She's at the Emmy Awards, like,
She
doing
knew what
everything she wanted
her
to do.
and her stage mom knew what they were getting
Right,
into.
and they have agents and managers and people who they pay to protect them. Like, Mason Ramsey
Has
has
his
his grandparents
grandparents.
and now Florida Georgia Line, thank God. But, like, we need to protect him because he did not choose this life. Everyone else that you're telling us to protect chose this and is prepared for this. Mason is not. He's
Furthermore,
different.
if you're going to use that phrase, use it correctly. That's
Right,
it.
that's all I'm saying.
Like the Chris
I
Hemsworth
literally
one
was
was so
about to write a
stupid.
dissertation on, like,
No, but
why
by the way-
Mason is different from every other case of protection.
It's become so popular, but being used incorrectly, and that's what's so frustrating about it.
Right. Right. And it's like everyone who says protect at all costs, like, no, it's not that they're toasters and they watch a show, but, like, we said it enough that one person said it, then the next person said it, and now it's just, like, in the public arena of being said. So it's not like they're copying directly from us, but it started here with Mason
No,
for
and
good
it's
reason.
fine. It's fine. But use it correctly.
Yeah. Okay. Next story, Khloe Kardashian is moving back to Cleveland for Tristan Thompson and Jackie Oshry. Khloe Kardashian,
Jackie, are you going to move to Cleveland now?
like, this definitely helps.
It pushes up your moving date.
It does. It definitely pushes up my moving date. Except I keep talking about Cleveland on my Instagram story, and I just cannot spell it right for the life of me.
How do you spell it?
Like cleave, like cleavage.
C-L-E-V-E.
And I think the good people of Cleveland are getting fed up with me.
C-L-E-V-E land.
I keep saying CLEAVE land. Cleavage land.
Cleavage land.
Yeah.
No, Cleveland. For those who don't know, Jackie's considering moving to Cleveland, packing up her things because she just can't deal with the filth,
hustle and bustle of New York
filth,
City.
the hustle, and the traffic of New York City. So Cleveland is probably better suited for her needs.
And if you didn't watch my Instagram story with Sound the other day, which it's okay, some of you work, so like I don't blame you. But I was in my apartment and I heard like a mouse, 100% a mouse, and I was just like literally on Street Easy, like Cleveland, like we're gone, we're done. And then I realized it was my seltzer like making a hissing noise. So we'll stay here for now, but I've seen like a lot of cockroaches in the street.
I saw
recently,
one literally.
and now they're in my dreams.
When you and Zach went to get a cab and me and Ben walked, I literally saw one 10 steps later. And Theo tried to eat it.
And now I'm getting paranoid. Like now I'm like shutting all like my toilet and my sink.
Yeah.
Like
drains.
Because I don't
They're
want any
everywhere.
water bugs. Because I was thinking, like, how would a lethal cockroach like climb his way up to a high floor? Like that doesn't make sense. Like,
Pipes.
But pipes go straight up. Wouldn't he fall back down?
No.
But
You know the only thing that could survive a nuclear war is cockroaches. Did you know that?
I do know that. I do.
So they could survive a fucking pipe. And
No, but like gravity. Can they
they
survive
get in like
gravity?
through boxes. They hide. They can
I'm
fit
gonna
through
vomit.
any.
I'm literally gonna vomit.
They can fit anywhere. It's so disgusting. And I have an exterminator come once a month, and Ben thinks I'm crazy. He's like, you don't have any.
I need his number. I haven't had him
He's
come yet.
amazing.
Like I haven't seen anything, but it's just like I know it's coming.
And he comes during the day, and my doorman definitely thinks I'm like having an affair with my exterminator, and like he like is doing me a favor by not telling Ben. I'm like, no, he's really an exterminator.
Anyways, speaking of extermination, Khloe and Tristan and their daughter True are moving back to Cleveland. In June, the 34-year-old Keeping Up with the Kardashians star and the 27-year-old Cleveland Cavaliers, which is another reason why I want to move to Cleveland so I can support the Theos.
Yeah,
The Cavaliers, like how fucking cute. Also,
I know.
Theo is just everything these days. I don't know like what he's drinking, but like he's looking fine.
Well, he went to camp, and you know when you like go to camp and you start like hanging, like acting like
Like
the
your
people,
camp friends.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you talk the same way, you use the same weird verbiage. That's kind of probably how people feel about the toast. Theo goes to camp and picks up different traits, so he has been humping nonstop. I don't know where he learned that. Not my house.
That's what people do learn at camp though. Like
Yeah.
everyone's having sex.
Yeah, totally.
So Khloe and Tristan flew with the baby from the city where she was born to the Kardashian-Jenner hub of LA. The three have lived at Khloe's house this summer during the NBA offseason as they continue to move past Tristan's cheating scandal, which erupted just before True was born. Khloe is planning on moving back to Cleveland with Tristan in the next few weeks. They are doing better and have had a more positive summer.
So we did China them because I can't even talk about them
right,
anymore.
Cleveland is the opposite of China.
Cleveland negates the China-ing.
The great China of 20, the
Yeah,
great
the
wall
Great
of China.
Here's the thing. It's Khloe's life. Do I really care? No. So do whatever you want. If that means less traffic for me next time I'm in LA, I'm cool with that.
Right, and as long as you're filming and turning out premium content, cool.
I do think, though, it's really very telling about like the type of celebrities are dependent on where they live. I think that every celebrity who lives in New York is a lot more down to earth. They're not necessarily the nicest people because they can still be mean, but like I just think where you live as a celebrity says a lot about you. Celebrities who aren't country music stars who live in Nashville are way more down to earth than the mainstream celebs who live in LA. So one who lives in Cleveland, I think she just has to be the most down to earth.
Right, I feel like she's really trying to make as normal of a life for herself and her baby as possible.
Yeah, I mean, once you have a child, it's like it's all real. It's like everything that's been leading up to it is fake, and now you just need to protect your child at all costs.
Right, because they can't protect themselves.
Because they're children.
Hence, they need protection at all costs because they can't protect themselves, unlike some people who can protect themselves. Just something to think about.
Yep, just a little
sprinkle of knowledge. Next story.
Food for thought. That's what I was
now
gonna
into our business of the day, and
let me sit up straight. Business news.
business news.
What's going on in stock today?
Oh, we'll get to that. But a new J.D. Power report is listing the best and worst airports. Las Vegas, Orlando, and John Wayne are tops.
What's John Wayne?
I'm strung up on John Wayne.
I
I don't know where John Wayne is. I feel like it's in Vegas, but they already said Las Vegas.
Well, what is it basing it on?
Okay, air travelers say they are the happiest they've been in years when flying through U.S. airports, according to J.D. Power's 2018 North America Airport Satisfaction Study. Overall, traveler satisfaction climbed to a score of 761 on J.D. Power's 1,000-point scale. That marked an all-time high for the survey. North America airports have been doing a tremendous job managing passenger volume, adding amenities, and keeping travelers moving, despite some noteworthy challenges. Keeping hurried people moving?
Okay, Jackie, I've been wanting to bring that up ever since we started talking about this. Okay. I would like to propose a question. We'll go back to the story in 2 seconds. So we were playing categories over the weekend, and
John Wayne's in California, by the way.
everybody voted against my answer, and I am angry about it still because I think I deserve justice. So if you know categories and you know the rules, so It was things found in an airport.
And the letter was H.
H. And I said, hurried people. What are your thoughts? And my argument, because you're really not supposed to use adjectives like...
If people would have sufficed and you're using hurried to get the H in there.
For sure, and people would have sufficed as an answer, but there are, more often than not, a lot of people who are in a hurry at airports, like making their connections, missing their flights, delayed, running, change gates. Like, there are hurried people. And so we were being very strict on the no adjectives rule unless it was absolutely pertinent to the situation. But I think that hurried would be pertinent. And everyone was giving me shit and I didn't get the point, and I'm just like really upset about it.
Well, I think you have to put this into context because this was after you arguing many terms
I'm
while
so
also slamming down other people's arguments and using the basis of adjectives. And so at a certain point, and I think I was the judge on this one, and I had given you a lot of leeway, and I put my foot down at hurried people, mostly because everyone else just had legit answers, like a hanger.
Whatever.
Or Hawaiian Airlines.
Here's the thing. What are they basing this off of? Because for the top 3 airports.
Top 3 airports. The airport with the highest overall rating was California's John Wayne that serves Orange County. Well, that makes sense. The airport, one of the secondary airports in the greater Los Angeles area, earned 815 points, fuck this. Mega airports. 1, Las Vegas McCarran.
I've been there. They have slot machines. Of course it's going to be the top one.
It's a good airport for sure.
You've cried in that airport.
No. I cried at JFK after coming back from Las Vegas McCarran because I missed my connection. Oh, I cried in that airport too. Oh,
Yeah.
that was such a sad day.
That was
and
a
then
sad
I passed
day.
out for the whole entire flight. Wow.
Oh, it's 11:11.
Make a wish. Gucci bag.
I'm done.
Pose in
I'm
bed?
done.
Okay. But so McCarran is a really nice airport, but that's our best airport. Like, we have to step it up.
Well, here's the thing.
Tied at number 1 is Orlando International.
I've been there, but I don't remember it. I just
Number
feel like
3 is Detroit.
it's subjective because, like, I, as a traveler, would consider LaGuardia the best airport, even though most people would consider it the worst. It's the smallest. I would base the best airport based on, once I step off the plane, how far of a walk is it to my car? Like, that's what I care about. JFK could be considered the number 1 airport because they have a fucking Shake Shack, but when I got off my bachelorette party at B51 and I had to take a bus just to get to the baggage claim, like, no. That doesn't work for me. Smaller is better. You could literally not give me a fucking piece of fruit. I don't want anything except I want to be close to my gate and I don't want to walk.
Yeah, and I want people to be nice to me.
And the airport in Denver is apparently spooked. Do you know about it?
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
There's conspiracy theories about it.
And then
longest walk ever.
Number 5 is Dallas-Fort Worth, which I've also been to, which is a nice airport, but not anything to write home about. Number 6 is Atlanta, which is a hub for a lot of airlines.
Worst airport, Charles de Gaulle, Paris.
This is just
long walk.
What's the best airport in the world? Probably somewhere.
LaGuardia.
In the world?
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah.
What?
LaGuardia is the best airport in the world.
Are you for real? Yeah, that's like a joke.
There's a Wendy's. And literally every
that's
gate.
That's legit a joke.
Every gate is so close to the curb.
They're redoing the whole thing because
Please
it's the
don't.
worst airport.
Please don't.
They're redoing the whole thing
I love it
because
the way
it's
that
the
it is.
worst airport. There's nothing there. Like, if you go there,
There's a Wendy's. What else could you need?
Don't show up to LaGuardia hungry, you guys.
Oh, really? Because we were at LAX. We were at LAX, fancy with the lemonade. We went to 5 stores, not a single tampon. Ready?
Oh my God. Yeah.
LA hates women.
No, that was so crazy.
That was so crazy. We went to 1 million stores, like Hudson News, the CNBC. Not a fucking tampon in the whole place. Can you believe that? We're bleeding all over the place.
No, that's so. I just feel like, on the one hand, I feel like we need to step up airports because, come on, guys.
Nantucket.
It should be nicer.
It's literally just a bench.
No, but that's perfect, right?
Yes.
But on the other hand, it's airports. Traveling isn't glamorous anymore. Airports speak to the conditions of the planes, and you know what? We're just trying to get from point A to point B, and really one bon point should suffice technically.
No, I couldn't agree more. This is just.
And a Delta Sky Club.
And let's stop spending our money there. Let's spending our money just on the actual planes. I would prefer to sit literally on a patch of dirt waiting for my flight, and then my actual flight be a first class seat. Do you know what I mean?
I guess.
It's unnecessary distribution of funds. We need to circle back, redistribute, and then we'll be better off.
We got to get TPG here.
I know.
I wonder what he thinks is the best airport in the country.
Should I ask him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll get to the 5th story, and then we'll bring out the woman of the hour, and everyone's like...
In the country or in the world?
In the country. Because the world has much nicer airports than we do, and we can't even compete with them. Okay.
Done.
Fifth and final story, and a little bit of stock news if you're interested in
I got to see what my portfolio is doing.
Right. This is about Amazon will consider opening up to 3,000 cashierless stores by 2021. Amazon.com is considering a plan to open as many as 3,000 new Amazon Go cashierless stores for Jackie Oshry to punch in the next few years, according to people familiar with the matter. An aggressive and costly expansion that would threaten convenience chains like 7-Eleven, quick service sandwich shops like Subway, Panera, and mom and pop pizzerias and taco trucks. I don't know, because those people have people working there, and like you really can't punch them. So personally, I would not go to a cashierless store. I need someone to scream at. And when like I can't get my deodorant out of the case because apparently it has like apparently it's weaponized. Yeah. I'm like, I press the button, no one comes, press it again. I'm a patient bitch. And then I start screaming. And someone comes and helps, but if it's cashierless, it won't happen.
Okay, here's the thing. I have to tell you an interesting experience that I had. This game I played, Codenames, it's like the new board game, it's like the trendy board game. I was trying to get it. And I wanted to get it in time for Yom Kippur because like you can't really do anything else on Yom Kippur. And I'm calling all these toy stores, nobody has it. I call Amazon Books and they had it. Like, you know how they have these weird like so it's like even their brick and mortar stores are better than other brick and mortar stores. So everyone hates Amazon because they're putting all these companies out of business. The mom and pop pharmacy, like I'm sorry, mom and pop will be fine because they'll be getting their drugs so fucking fast and cheap that they won't be able to believe it and they'll have so much time to do other things. Like I'm just so not here for like the anti-Amazon takeover. Like I'm ready. My legs are spread, Amazon, take me over. Mention it all. I'm here for the Amazon takeover. Like, they made it so easy for me. And they even offered to hold it for me so like nobody else can get it. Like, they're so in tune with my needs as a millennial, as a woman of the digital age, that I'm not here for all the Amazon bashing.
No, I'm not bashing Amazon. I'm bashing cashierless situations.
But you know that if Amazon does it, it'll be perfect.
It's like they're not going to have me like weigh everything.
No, I read about it. You leave with all the items, you just walk out, and you like. It's like a scan. You have like a card in your wallet.
Okay.
And that card scans all the items, like all the stickers on everything you stole.
I can fuck with that.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. You just walk.
CEO Jeff Bezos sees eliminating mealtime logjams in busy cities as the best way for Amazon to reinvent the brick and mortar shopping experience where most spending still occurs. But he's still experimenting with the best format, a convenience store that sells fresh prepared foods as well as a limited grocery store selection similar to 7-Eleven. You know what? It's time for a 7-Eleven revamp. I'm sorry, you guys. Like, it's not cute in there.
No, 7-Elevens are so necessary and so disgusting. I used to live across the street from one.
It's a necessary evil.
Yeah, and like just because they have a fountain soda machine, it's like we have to have them. But like when you walk to the front and they have like those hot dogs roasting, and you just know that there's like some venereal disease on it.
Hot dog water.
It's so disgusting. The floors are so dirty. Like when I go in there with Theo, I pick Theo up, and like Theo literally walks through the trash-filled streets of New York, but he won't walk through a 7-Eleven.
Wow.
And everything you get from there is like stale.
Right. So I appreciate like Amazon forcing everyone to step up their game or to step out.
And also, Wawa.
Yeah.
We don't have Wawas in the city or in New York, which is like really upsetting.
Amazon should partner with Wawa and like for their like recipes.
Wawa should just open like a big ass store in New York, and like I would be there every day for lunch.
But then it's like that. Then it's not a convenience store because convenience is like on every corner because it's convenient for people.
But Wawa is so clean, like it's crazy.
And the mac and cheese was to die for.
And that little machine where you order your sandwiches, like brilliant. Like that is an Amazon level type of machine.
I completely agree. So much selection.
And their t-shirts, Hoagie Fest, like I just love Wawa.
And they had a really nice chilled pasta salad, which I thoroughly enjoy.
Honestly, pasta salad.
Too many cherry tomatoes, but you'll figure it out.
Well, I use cherry tomatoes in categories.
And we gave it to you.
For things that I found at a salad bar with a C, cherry tomato. But then everyone was arguing, it's a tomato.
I was arguing on your behalf.
Yeah, you were. I mean, we were on the same side. Let's ask people what they think about Eastern European.
So there was a category, ethnic foods, the letter is E. Olivia goes first, she says Ethiopian food. And everyone gives it to her, no problem. Then I go and I say Eastern European food.
And everyone's up in arms because A, they were arguing that Eastern European is not a cuisine, and B, even if it is, it's non-specific because you were mentioning like pierogies, and that's more specifically Polish.
Like, it's not Polish food. It's not like.
But then Jackie presented the argument: would you have accepted Asian food?
Would you have accepted Mediterranean food?
Of course.
Of course, they wouldn't have even looked twice. But they were like, no, because it's not a country.
And
it didn't say
by
country.
The way, Jackie was going to get double points because Eastern European is 2 E's.
And by the way, I did give myself the point, sister.
And she deserved it.
Oh my God, it was brilliant. By the way, they were like, what's an Eastern European restaurant? I'm like, Baselka. And they're like, what's an Eastern European restaurant? Baselka.
Yeah.
Pierogies. Bitch. Okay. Are we ready?
Is that it?
For LeeAnne?
Okay, thank God. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. LeeAnne Locken is just like sprucing herself up in the back. I'm sure she's moisturizing her hands. And we're gonna go get her. We're gonna take a brief break, 2 to 3 minutes, go get a snack, take a piss, talk to Sally at the water cooler, whatever you have to do. We will be back, and LeeAnne will be here. So if you have a question for her, I have the YouTube stream pulled up right here. We'll ask her. We're also taking the questions you guys left on Instagram. So we're gonna recap everything from last night's episode of Real Housewives of Dallas and watch what happens live. So we will see you in just a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, they're just hands. Please welcome LeeAnne Locken.
Yeah!
Oh my God, we love
they
you.
work.
I love how much you
Just
embrace
fine.
that. Like, that is just...
Are you kidding?
It's so epic, and...
I can't even. Have you seen Andy do it on
Yes.
Watch What Happens Live? I'm
It's
like,
amazing.
stop. You're ruining it for me.
And you were on Watch Happens Live last night, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Is
yeah.
that the best time ever?
Oh, I got to break bottles over Brendan's head. That
And-
was awesome. The first one that like popped, I was like, oh!
But it doesn't hurt, it's fake. Right?
I don't, yeah, it's
think.
fake. Well,
Hopefully.
That they told me it was fake, so I didn't.
Do you actually drink when you on that show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Margarita.
Everyone does. Everyone does.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
we're
I did a
still...
shot ski.
Oh, that's
right,
the best.
Wednesday
Was there
night.
actual shots in it? I've heard there's water in it.
No,
Can you
mine
request
had
water?
alcohol. I'm sure you could request anything you want,
Okay.
but aren't you kind of a meow meow if you have
Yeah,
water?
no, of
Yeah.
course. You got to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Everyone has to.
Yeah.
Well, we're so glad you're back. We love you.
I
And
love y'all.
We love you. And I love your hair.
Thank you.
You have really been experimenting with your looks. And I have to say, that was probably the thing we got the most questions about is do you do your own hair and makeup when you film like regular scenes?
Yes.
But in the interview portions, that's done by professionals.
Yeah.
Leave that to the
Your
professionals.
epic pony, colorful ponytail that went down to your ass.
Oh my
who
God.
did that?
Dear Clark, my hair salon.
Got it.
I bought the hair, and then I told him Beyonce had just come out with that crimped,
Mm-hmm.
big, huge, like 9-foot ponytail, and I was like, that's what I want to do for the party.
It was great.
And then I did it with like 3 different colors on the end.
Yeah.
Right, and then you also have your purple ponytail in one of your interviews.
Do you love that?
Yes.
Love that. So Massey Block.
So,
I wanted my third look, which they didn't let me do. I wanted to do gold foil
Doreen
and then
Kempsey
have
style?
have glitter
Yeah.
coming down.
Oh my goodness.
But
For
they were
your-
like, no, it's too much.
For interviews, it's a lot, but like for,
Yes,
for a reunion,
for an event.
for a season finale, we could see it.
Okay.
But as just watchers of the show, we really appreciate all the glitz and the glam that you bring.
Yes. Thank
Because
you.
it's like you're bringing a lot of effort, you care about it. Like you're bringing the drama and you're bringing the glam. So we appreciate that.
You know what? I got so tired of hearing how I live in a trailer park. So I was like, okay, here I'm gonna park it up for you.
Right.
So
No, the effort
look
is
great.
noticed. We were talking about it before. Like all of your looks, A+.
Yeah.
I had fun. I had fun this season. For the first time, I walked into this season in a really different place and really in control of myself. And I think that really pissed off a few people that I was so in control. But
What really changed from last season to this season that like you wanted to take control and like have different reactions?
First of all, who all on the show is challenged to get better every year?
You.
Every year. Have I said to anyone else, you might want to stop drinking a little too
No,
much?
never.
Might want to go back to school and get educated?
No, you haven't.
Okay. So I took the challenge, and not just because they challenged it, but because I love to be better. You
Right.
watch yourself on the show and you're like,
Yeah, it can be quite humbling. Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
And you can't deny it. I mean, it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, and then, at season 2 reunion, I said, I want to go take behavioral management. I don't want to constantly go off on everyone. I want to be able to articulate how I'm feeling without being hijacked.
Right.
And so I started doing real research on the brain. And the amygdala is it's the frontal lobe, and it's your fight, flight, or freeze. It's your survivor part of your brain. So when your amygdala is triggered, no blood flow goes to any other part of your brain. Everything shuts down and all goes to the amygdala, so you survive. That's how we've survived. That's why dinosaurs aren't here and we are. The problem with that is it's called emotional hijacking. Your amygdala emotionally hijacks you. And if a plant touches you, you may go, fuck up! And you're like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, But you're in a heightened state. And so now that I've learned, I could take behavioral management all, it's never gonna do any good. It's not gonna change, my behavior isn't gonna change. I have to manage and control my brain. So I learned you could shrink your amygdala. Monks, because they meditate so many hours of the day, it's seen to shrink. Now, I will say that, going into next season, I will take you to Peak Neuroscience, and you will get to see visual displays of what my brain looks like when I'm looking at a peaceful ocean, and you are going to be blown away.
That's so crazy.
And they say you can't learn anything from Bravo.
Oh, no.
No.
Let me tell you something. You're going to learn. I'm going to make you learn.
Well, I feel like specifically last time, but just this season in general, I think I've personally, just as a viewer, noticed a shift in your relationship with Deandra.
Yeah.
Can you tell me, how do you know Deandra? And how long have you known her?
Sure. I was out one night and at a fundraiser for a mutual friend, Kim Gatlin, and she was in the back with Jeremy, and I knew her, like we'd seen each other, we'd been at events together, but we weren't close. And she was crying, and I walked over and I said, what is wrong? And I guess her maid of honor was like going off on her in text message. And I go, here, took her phone, delete, block, handed her phone back. And she goes, what did she say? And I go, does it matter? It wasn't, do you want that in your head? You're getting married.
Oh, so you met her right before she got married, like.
And then she said, will you stand for me that night?
Oh, that's so nice.
And I thought it meant, will you just stand up for me? I didn't know it meant I had to go
Literally
buy a dress
stand,
and then like be your bitch for a day.
Right.
But it's okay.
That's so cute.
Well, we really like your friendship.
Me
And
too.
Right now on the show, it's going through muddied waters, but all friendships have to be tested at a certain point, and how you come out really is a true sign of friendship. So where do you stand
like
with
today?
her right now?
Oh, no.
No.
I don't stand with her.
What? Well, okay, so last night, you went through a rough patch. It seems like you guys like awkwardly made up at the end, like there was some resolution.
Yeah.
Because she was upset that you had told Carrie about the $200.
What she told me.
Right. Did she tell you not to tell anyone?
No, she was drunk and crying
Oh.
and, oh my God, my mom's gonna kill me.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, shit, I gotta solve this problem. So coming from a
Place
poor background, I'm like, we gotta return this. So I go to Carrie and I am like, you gotta help me. We gotta get this stuff returned. It's not fair. She was drinking and shopping.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to pay for this shit. not her.
And Brandy didn't know.
And then sadly, because I was so stressed and heightened, I said, she's upstairs crying right now and she's only got $200 in her bank account.
Oh.
And then all of it gets twisted against her.
I see.
Doesn't things always end up?
Well,
I feel like I'm the hurricane.
That's so funny because right before you got here, we were like, I feel like every time LeeAnne comes here, I'm like mad at her for something, and then she just explains it to me, and it all makes sense.
Yeah. Read
And
my blogs.
that really does make sense.
If you read my blogs, I'm gonna tell you, poor Rachel who has to
Edit them?
watch our blogs, or to publish them, she has to go through them and make sure everything we say is true.
Right, fact checker.
It takes forever to do mine because I'm like,
Right.
Did you just say ba 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 ba? And she's like, I always have to go check, and I go, and I'm always right.
On average, how long do you spend a week on your blog?
Takes me about 2 to 3 hours to write it. I sit down, if I'm at home, I'll watch it and write it right then because I want to be done with it.
Yeah.
I don't suffer it like I did years past. I write it, I'm done with it, I send it, and then I go back to life.
Right.
I don't want to do this 24/7.
But so at present day, you and Deandra are not on good terms.
No. She's got some doozy of some rumors going on about me in Dallas.
Got it. And so what is your take on her whole situation with her mom? Are you friendly with her mom? Do you know her mom?
I'm the one who nicknamed her Mama D.
Got it. And what are your thoughts? What's your take on the whole thing?
D is right.
Okay.
Deandra has never earned a dime. I mean, D's belated husband provided for Deandra for the rest of her life. I mean, when she's like, I pay my own bills, you don't pay anything,
Jay!
And has Deandra separated her company from her mom's yet?
No, and she's been talking about it for years.
And she still works for her mom right now.
And her mom does all the work.
Right. But she's always filming at the office.
Amazing.
How does her mom feel about the show? How did Deandra get involved in the show? Through you?
Through me.
Got it. And what does mom think about the show?
I haven't asked her. Our relationship is not in a comfortable position right now.
Got it.
Well, me and Jackie are always talking about Cameron. And we were just talking about this before, and you're like a Cameron defender, and I appreciate that. You're a good friend. And I hope that if anyone were to say anything about me, you would defend them as well. But just as I'm talking straight as a viewer. I find her to be like annoying, and I think she probably knows how she comes off. It's like a little condescending and judgy and like not super fun. I would love to know, how you met her through the show, through Carrie?
Through the show.
Okay, and you love her.
Yeah, and here's the thing, you guys got to remember, like, when Cameron was first thinking about joining the show, I mean, she heard from some people she was told, LeeAnne's just going to attack you for no reason on set. And then, thank God, because Cameron is truly a part of society and lives across the street from someone else who is a dear friend, who is like a shark of a lawyer married to a brain surgeon, was like, girl, she is not gonna, she defends herself. She doesn't attack anybody. And Cameron listened to her and then gave me a chance.
Right.
So she didn't come in like freaked out.
And Cameron is a part of this like high. It's made very clear, especially this season, like the type of family that she comes from. And I just find it so odd that they would kind of let her go on the show because the show does have a reputation.
She had to really, really. Cameron is a huge Housewife fan.
Right.
So she wanted to do it, but it was a lot of massaging in that family
Right, it was a
to get
sell.
everything set up.
So anytime she says or does something, do you think that it's under the lens of like
100%.
what will Cam's mom think, or what's his name,
Mother-in-law.
Court's mom
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
Right.
Jimmy.
There's-
I wouldn't piss off Jimmy.
Right.
Listen, I mean, Jimmy's a rock star.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
is Jimmy pleased with Cameron's behavior on the show so far?
Yeah, and I think Jimmy comes to Cameron's defense later on in the season,
Oh, wow.
she
which will be
comes.
interesting.
Oh, that will be
Interesting.
I
interesting.
love to see a good mama on mama.
Oh, mama on mama.
That's
Dying.
exciting. Okay, so some of your other relationships with the women.
Okay.
You and Carrie have made amends so far on the season. I'm here for the friendship.
Me too.
And where do you stand today?
I'm here for the friendship because I think it brings us one step closer to LeeAnne and Brandy finally reuniting. That's
LeeAnne,
why.
Brandy, Stephanie, Carrie.
For
Actually,
some,
I want all of them. And
Me too.
Deandra, and you know what? Fine,
No,
Cameron, 'cause I don't want
everyone
to leave
except for
anyone
Cameron.
out.
No kidding.
I want everyone to get along, and sometimes you guys really do.
So do I,
Like in Beaver Creek, like things were decent.
Lit.
until I went to bed.
right.
Right.
I would love to hear your thoughts on that argument of Cameron feeling upset that she didn't know about the baby because I thought that was just outrageous.
It's two different arguments. Cam is arguing about the word bash. Stephanie is arguing about the intention behind what Cameron was doing.
Right.
It's two different arguments.
I want your opinion on Cameron initially saying to Brandy, I felt hurt that you didn't tell me you adopted a baby.
Okay, she was genuinely hurt. She thought everyone else knew but her. She felt like she was left out. Oh, come on.
They're not even
If
friends.
this-
It's
if
like a
this-
huge-
Yes, they were.
But they've known each
No,
other
but
for a year.
When she found out that not everyone else knew, they were friends.
Oh, Cameron and Brandy were friends? Like off season. They were close?
Interesting.
Okay.
But when she found out that not everyone else knew, just Stephanie and Carrie, like,
Then it became no longer about that not everyone knew. Then it became about the lie. And I understand
Right.
that Stephanie, under pressure, did something that she would not normally do. But in our world, lies, especially in the state of Texas, liars don't last. So
I'm going to use that.
So
it's really a dangerous place. You can get out of anything. You can get out of anything by simply not addressing the question. Okay? Oh
I
my
do it all the
gosh,
time.
I figured it out. Brandy's having a baby. Are you sure, Cam? I've seen her and she didn't look fat to me.
Right.
She looked pregnant.
Right.
I don't know, Cam. You're silly. What, can I get you a cocktail? What can I go get you?
Right.
See, you just defer.
Yeah.
But I think Stephanie got caught up and you know, and
Yeah.
I get both sides. I really do because, you know, Steph and I have come a long way.
Yes.
Totally. Are you guys still, I'm loving the evolution. Are you guys still moving in a linear? Okay.
Yes. I mean, she texted me just yesterday saying good luck on
the morning toast.
Every week she texts me and says, "Are you okay? Are you good with this
That's so
week?
nice.
Do you need anything?" And then good luck with everything you're doing. I know you're doing Watch What Happens Live. Good luck. And I have to say, you know, for me, I think the balance for this show is that while I am very hurt, and you're gonna get to watch my heartbreak on camera. Not even Rich could console me.
In terms of what?
In
Your
terms
friendship
with-
of relationships that I thought were there that maybe may have never been there. You
Okay.
don't know. To the sadness of that, to the possibility of, I never thought I would be where I am with Carrie and Stephanie, and I literally get choked up about it because I feel grateful. I feel blessed. I feel blessed because I did a lot that I wish I hadn't, and yet they're
Gracious.
and forgiven you.
yeah.
That's great. I love it. I always find that Housewives franchises are better when everyone gets along, but they think that they have to argue because that's TV. But episodes are always better. That's why the Beaver Creek episodes were so good.
Because you girls really have fun, like when you're together.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch.
Beaver Liquor, hilarious.
Oh my God.
So
Carrie
fun.
and I were picking up every shirt in the place.
It was
and I was
so
like,
funny.
look!
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So
And
you got
the only person that you're really not, well, in addition to Deandra, it's Brandy. Still is a no.
No.
We'll work on it.
We'll
Work on her.
Are you open to it?
Always.
Okay.
Always. It only requires one thing, that you understand that if you're going to challenge me to grow, I have to challenge the same of you.
Okay.
You can't expect me to grow and then you stay the same, and yet we should be in a different place.
What do you think Brandy needs to grow in terms of?
I think it would behoove Brandy to do what I do, which is go to therapy on a weekly basis and really learn about herself and why she reacts certain ways, and that some of the stuff that she does isn't necessary. Brandy has so much more to offer than what she believes she has to offer. And I think that insecurity brings out a very mean side of Brandy. And I know, because my insecurity brought out a mean side of me. It's not like I'm saying something that I'm not aware of in my own self.
Right, like you got to be self-aware if you're going to dish it out.
And I don't think she's self-aware.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair.
And I'd love to see her more self-confident.
Have you set a wedding date?
Yes.
You have? How far out are we? Like, give me 3 to 6 months, 6 to 9 months, 9 to 12 months, or more.
Shame on you for asking.
Will you tell me off camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's all I care about.
Okay,
Sorry,
we have
guys.
some viewer questions for you, so
Okay.
we're going to rattle them off. During season 1 of Housewives, you were very involved in multiple charities. There was a big emphasis on charity.
Yes.
Are you still involved with all those charities, but you guys just don't film that part as much?
Twofold question. Is it true that when the show first was becoming a show, it wasn't a Housewives franchise, it was like a charity Dallas show?
It was, so first season, we were supposed to be a show based off of women who do charity, and that's how they all socialize together. At that point in time, of the original of us, I did the most charity, Carrie did the second, and Stephanie did some. But so you created a show based off of my life.
Oh.
And then what happened was the word charity got said so much when I should have said nonprofit. And
Right.
I'm a servant. I'm a servant to our community. I'm serving those in need, because that is what I was doing. So you asked me about charities. We will be filming some. You will see some this season. Actually, I was very grateful that Bravo stepped in and said we were wrong to take that away from you. We want to see you do that. And so you will see me at several. Obviously, most of them will be based around my LGBTQ community. I'll be getting married in my LGBTQ church, the Cathedral of Hope.
So has the show brought you more opportunities to do charity elsewhere?
Motivational speaking.
I'm going next week.
Where?
To LA. I'm doing Christmas in September at the Abbey.
Oh my goodness.
So fun. We have to go.
Please bring a toy. If you live in LA, please come to the Abbey and bring a toy. During September, the Children's Hospital runs out of toys for the children. And so we're doing a toy drive.
Oh, that is
That
so
is so
fun.
nice.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
That is wonderful.
And I love that.
Me too.
You know that's like my thing.
Yeah, no, that's great.
I mean, you had me at the Abbey, but then you were like,
Right.
we're helping children. And I'm like, can I deliver the toys to the hospital?
Yeah.
That sounds really fun and really cute.
It's me.
Yeah.
It's very me.
Okay, next up. Who is a housewife from any franchise that you're dying to meet?
Ooh.
Dying to meet. I just met Lisa. I mean, I would love
Which
to.
Lisa?
Vanderpump.
What were your thoughts on her? We hate her.
She was tired when she came into. No, they'd been a long day. We were eating dinner at Tom Tom.
Okay. How was
Ken was very nice. He came outside and took a picture with
that's
Cam
nice.
and
How
I.
was Tom Tom?
Amazing.
It looks really nice.
Must have deep fried olives. Must. No, you think, but I'm going to tell you
Really?
What if
something.
I don't like olives?
Yeah.
Panties get wet. It's good.
But I hate olives. Like the smell makes me
They're
want to
the
throw
one
up.
vegetable
But they
I don't like.
I don't know that they don't. It's
Interesting.
like a chicken wing.
Okay. Twofold to that question. Who's someone from Bravo, Housewives, or otherwise, who you've met who kind of disappointed you, wasn't so nice?
Pass.
Tell us. This isn't Watch What Happens Live. You don't get to plead the fifth. Say it.
I think that
You could say what city they were from.
I was recently at the OK Magazine party, and I was a little disappointed that, and I know they were filming, so I get it, because I've been in that scenario, but I felt like some of the New York girls were.
Yeah, they definitely seem like they wouldn't be the
and
nicest.
they just did not want to be bothered. But then my philosophy is like, if you don't want to be bothered, why come to a party?
Totally. When
Walk
you're
the
filming,
carpet and get back in the car and go home.
Dallas is such a small town. When you're filming, is it like if you're in a crowded restaurant, is it awkward? What is the dynamic?
So my co-executive producer, Sam, is excellent at this, and she warns all of our field producers and all of our crew, when we film at an event, you have to give me 30 minutes to go around and take pictures and say hello to people. This is what I do. This is part of me saying thank you for attending this event, for supporting this charity that I love, and for watching our show. So you're going to allow me to do this, or we cannot go. Like, I have rules. This is my rule. You don't take away my one-on-one connection with people. That's one of the things that I love. So you will see more events coming up. Bravo really stepped in and said, we want to show LeeAnne at more events.
That's
Great.
right. That's awesome.
Who's the most fun housewife to get drunk with?
Oh, I'm going to either go with Kelly Dodd or Erica Jane, but I haven't been drunk with
Definitely
Erica Jane yet.
Kelly Dodd. She
But,
is a good time.
I cannot keep up with Kelly.
That is so funny.
I am like, she's young, so much younger, so, yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting.
She can go for longer.
Yeah.
What are you going to be for Halloween this year?
Great
Everybody
question.
wants to know. I haven't thought yet. Maybe I'll put a patch over my eye and go as a pirate with Rich.
Or go as Rich? I thought that's what you were going to say.
No, you can go as Two-Face, redhead, brunette.
Maybe
Pale,
I'll just
tan,
just
yes.
write $200 on one single bill and go as Deandra's bank account.
Deceased.
I thought you were going to say something else, but that was so much better.
Can you? Everyone, by the way, in the studio is on the floor laughing.
Yeah, oh my God, I'm dying.
Truly deceased.
Shut
And I'm
up.
pretty sure Bravo's going to
Yeah,
come and get
they're gonna kill you. But this is live.
But
Live
anyway.
television, people.
What are the best and worst parts about filming the show?
The best part is I love what I do. I think everything that I've done in my entire life has developed me to be a really good housewife. And part of what I love about doing this show is I only want to get better. Watching the other people, when y'all watch Housewives, you watch it to look at the storyline. I'm like, no, she just called her a and then walked in the other room and was like, I hate when I'm like that. I'm like, I got to do that.
Right.
This is awesome. I'm learning. Jesus, take a note.
Right.
Okay.
Well, your side interviews are definitely elevated with each season, just in terms of the way that you look, but also like your verbiage. I don't even know what you're saying half
They're
the time.
called LeeAnneisms.
Yeah.
Have you watched the ones on BravoTV.com?
No.
No, go to BravoTV.com. There's one that's called Unseen Interview Footage.
Okay.
And I'm just like, you can put a tiara on a rattlesnake, but it's still a rattlesnake.
No, like,
I'm
what
like,
are you saying?
I don't know.
I would love to know what other things you proposed as your tagline. What is your tagline this season?
Don't mess with Texas and don't mess with me.
That's a good one.
That was a given. I was really kind of, by the time it hit, I was like, what do you want me? I don't care.
Just say it.
I just don't care.
Yeah.
The taglines in Texas are really good. There's a lot of fodder there.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of like Texas analogies.
Isms.
Yeah. It's great.
Well, because last season when I did write my tagline, which they had to shrink because it was a little bit larger. Last season, what I wanted it to be was, I'm an authentic Texan. There's no bull about me, but if you mess with me, it's all horns.
Yeah, that is a little
Right.
long, but that's good
It's a
too.
little long,
Yeah.
but the gist of it came out. No
Yeah,
bull,
I'm
no
a true
horns.
Texan, all bull,
bull.
no bull, all horns.
No, you have great ones.
I think that, my LeeAnne, I don't know where they come from. I mean, Rich is like, he's like, I'm going to write a book. It's like,
You could
your
put a tiara
analogies
on a
are
rattlesnake.
ridiculous.
No,
But
they're
it's
so
still a
good.
rattlesnake.
No, well, I just recently realized that the goat zebra thing was probably about Deandra, because at one point that they're using in the off footage is, you asked me if I'm missing a zebra. I don't know. When I turned around, it was a goat. I mean, was there a zebra? Because all I can see is a fucking goat.
What?
I
I love
know.
it. You know who you remind me of? Miley Cyrus's dad in Hannah Montana. He was always like,
Always with Southern, like,
he was always
isms.
saying, yeah,
And
you
there's
look
an
more
app-
tired than a, I don't know, someone tired.
Well, you know the Southern sayings. There's a lot of Southern
Right.
sayings that people don't get. Like,
Right.
But also then you use those and then you make up your own, which is
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
wonderful.
very creative.
Yeah.
Rich thinks I'm insane.
I love it.
If you weren't on Dallas, which Real Housewives cast would you like to be on?
Atlanta.
Totally.
It's challenge. I really get bored easy. I'm a Gemini. I'm fast. Supersonic. So for me, I need to be somewhere where there's a challenge.
Okay.
Okay, fair. Like a game of Survivor, if you had to vote one lady off of Real Housewives of Dallas, who would it be?
Cameron.
Yeah,
Oh, but just one.
I'm not. Here's,
Cameron?
okay, no. So let me tell you something. You know what? Here's the thing about me. While all my other casts may band together year after year to try to remove LeeAnne, the reality is I'm not afraid of any of them. Leave them all on. Shit, add 10 more. Bring some people in from other cities. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid. Like,
Right.
you don't understand. I've already faced it. Trust me. I've seen Satan. You know what he says? Oh, I don't want her. You can have her. She's too hot for me.
Take her back.
Yeah.
I have one more final question for you.
Okay.
Has the Roundup given you a piece of their business
No,
for all
and
of
they
the
don't
free
have
For
to.
press?
all the blowjobs that
Dude.
you have.
For all the dicks
I
that
would
have been sucked
love
at the Roundup.
for someone else to have to do all that. No, they the best dollar Jello shots swear grape Jello shots, and they are like
They work just
100%
fine.
They
Everclear
work
and
just
grape
fine.
Kool-Aid.
Oh, wow.
Like 3, and you are like, I can dirty dance on some young thing.
I know the boys who did it. So epic. Like, I can't thank you enough for just like being yourself and giving me just like so many things to say. Like, he gets his 6 seconds of the Roundup. I know the boys who did it.
They're just
Is
hands.
exhausted.
They work quite well.
Yes, they do.
They're knives in these hands. Like,
my
you're
God.
just so epic. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for everything that you do. And you know,
For
it's definitely
us.
like a lot for you to put your life out there, but you bring it.
Yeah. Just
And
know that we're
and
loving it.
Dallas is like, even though it's one of the newer franchises, it is so good. Some of
Thank
the older
you.
franchises are like suffering from a bit of staleness,
Oh,
and we
same.
can always count on Dallas. Even on not like a premium episode, it's great television.
Even an episode where
Good.
nothing happens and everyone's getting along, those make, like the
Right, like
rodeo
Beaver-
looked like so much fun.
Good.
Yes, I love it. Everyone should get along more.
Listen, the whole purpose of the anger room was to go in and have real
I have to go there.
conversations about
Me too.
things.
I have to go
I
there.
have to go
You
there.
know? Oh my God, it's so much fun. But you know, here's the thing. Carrie and Deandra like walked in the room ahead of time, and I had like certain things I wanted to do, like those mirrors on the wall. I wanted us to write all of our insecurities in front of each other and then smash them
That's cute.
and grow together.
Yeah.
Like that
But
was
they took care of it first.
Right.
Everybody just walked in and started smashing shit. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not how this therapy works, people.
Oh, interesting. The plates were cute. Cameron's simple life was hilarious.
Oh my God. Sorry, I think that's hilarious. When she said, oh my God, they're not even on leashes.
Well, so yes, she has some redeeming moments, but I can't
Who
look
is
past
gonna
all
put
the
a
other.
bull on a leash? Really?
Yeah.
That's why you have plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're
Jury-
saying.
Like, here's the thing. I don't like her, but I value your opinion, so the jury is still
Honestly,
out on
whatever
her.
LeeAnne says to do, I do because I love LeeAnne. So whatever you tell me to do, I'll do.
Give her a chance. I know I think she's kind of a genius. Look through a different perspective.
You did say that the last time you were here.
Okay,
also.
so because she insulates herself, she only knows her own world in a positive way. Whereas some people make their world all about them and want all of us to make their world about them as well. She does it in a positive way, you know?
I don't know. Her not knowing how to fly commercial, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God, do I get the car before I get the bags?
That was really funny.
that is
I
funny.
mean, but it's real. That's
Yeah.
I'm laughing when I
Final
read it.
question. Do
Okay.
your dogs eat Sparkle dog food?
Chief has.
has. Did he get sick?
Bitch. No, he
Did he had pink poop?
I did not go out. And we
And
have a half
study it?
acre.
Yeah.
Listen,
Must be nice.
Yeah,
squirrels
must
eat
be
the
nice.
poop, so I don't got to go pick it up.
Nice.
Rich cannot pick up dog poop.
Because you can only see out of one eye.
No, because he throws up.
Oh, it's so disgusting.
He
I
can
don't pick
see
it up
a
either.
body cut in half on a railroad track, but he cannot pick up dog
That
poop.
is so great.
Isn't that funny?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
He hurls.
That's so funny. Well,
drives.
honestly, I'm so happy for you guys. I really hope you're getting married like tomorrow because I'll be there if you need me to. I'll sing if you want me to.
I will
also.
show you a picture when we're done of him. He used all of the medical tape to write out on my bathroom mirror, I love you, infinity, ha, with an exclamation point. And then he texted me, after he texted the picture, he goes, I really hope I don't need any medical tape anytime soon.
That's so cute. Well, thank you so much for being here. Everyone,
you.
make sure to follow LeeAnne at LeeAnne Locken on Instagram, Twitter, all the stuff. Be nice. Facebook, all the stuff. Thank you,
You
guys
can
for
call me an
listening.
ass. I'll delete it.
She'll block you. It's fine.
I don't block.
You mute.
We have a cast member who's blocking right now. I don't block.
Who is it?
Who's getting ripped to shreds?
Deandra.
Got
Is
it.
she?
Is she? I'm kind of like on her. I'm like.
I feel for her.
I'm for her right now until she crosses me.
It,
Okay, the reckoning is coming. Everyone, thank you so much for watching The Morning Toast. We go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Facebook and YouTube, so make sure you're subscribed there. And then we're also available as a podcast in the podcast app, on SoundCloud, on Spotify, all the places. You shouldn't have a hard time finding it if you're smart. Thank you all so much for being here. Peace out.
We're back tomorrow with Jerry O'Connell.
Oh, yeah.
I love him!